Okay, this video is going to be about a 1,500 mile update or review on this 2019 Boom Vader Honda Grom Float. And I just want to talk about like all the stuff that I've done to it, but I haven't really done anything different from the last video. Other than, I guess I could talk about the upgrades and how they're holding up. So when I talked about it in the first video, what I switched was the pilot jet. Oh no, not the pilot jet, but the main jet. I changed that to a 105 main jet instead of a 98. 98 is what it comes with, the stock. But I went with a 105, so now it's still holding up. Like, the throttle is not bogging out anymore. It's not giving out it's not losing any power when I'm accelerating. Even on full throttle, it's not losing any power. And I guess I could talk about this. So I switched out the throttle tube. So this is like a $10 upgrade I got from Amazon that came with a throttle tube along with a shorter wire or a shorter cable for the carburetor that I put. What I have on there right now is the VM22 26mm carb. It's one of those Mikuni knockoffs, and that's holding up well too. Let's see what else. And I also switched out this. I switched out the levers. These were also like $10 upgrades. These levers right here. They're shorty adjustable ones. And that right there got rid of all the play that I was having. And the other one, the stock ones, they don't really grab where I need it to. But with these adjustable ones, it's engaging where I need it to, if that makes sense. Like, it's grabbing the clutch, it's engaging with the clutch. This is still probably the best part of having this bike. Probably takes like a little bit over a gallon, if not less of a gallon, to fill it up. And I only had to put 289 on there. Oh my god, that's like the best feeling. And I could go on this ride for a good 100 miles. All right, let's get back on this review. So I currently have 17 miles on this. 1,717 miles on this. And this will be my 1,500 mile review. All the upgrades that I put on this bike, I wouldn't really say they are must-dos, but they are recommended. Like, I think the thing that you must do is change out the engine mount bolts on this. thicker one or a higher grade bolt, which is exactly what I did. I went with a higher grade bolt on this, and so far, like, it's been holding up, because I switched out the bolts at 700 miles and it hasn't been giving me any problems. And I've been checking it every time I ride to see if it loosened up or anything, but it hasn't. So that's holding up, and it hasn't broke off like the old stock ones. And the little exhaust I put on here. Let's see what else. And I did switch out the gear shifter lever, so that's new, but not new. That's also in the first review, the 1,000-mile review that I put on there. So all pretty much I'm doing on this for this video is going over the upgrades that I put on here, and to see if they are doing still good, and I guess talk about how the bike has been. But yeah, so far no complaints. It has 1,700 miles now. Still hasn't given me any problems. It still starts up whenever I want it to. I don't even have to use a choke to do a cold start. It starts up just fine on the normal start. So that's a big plus. Let me find a spot so I can show you the overall look of the bike and see. I guess this is fine. Okay. So this is what it looks like. The exhaust is doing fine. And let's see what else. Here, let me turn off the bike real quick. But yeah, the exhaust is fine. Turn signals are still good. This is what they look like. Turn signals still look good. Turn signals right there. Here's the engine bolts right here. That's one of them. Other one is right there. Can't really see it, but it's there. It's intact. It hasn't been It hasn't come off loose. These are like $10 levers that I got, and then these are the aftermarket throttle tube along with the cable that goes to the carburetor. And here's that gear lever I was talking about. Makes it for smoother shifting for sure. And then here's the tail lights. But other than that, it's holding up pretty good. 1,700 miles on the dash, and it hasn't given me no problems yet. And I'm gonna try to keep it that way, no problems. But ever since I got this, it never really gave me an issue, other than the fact that it broke off. The engine bolts broke off, and that's because I don't expect these Chinese bikes to be good quality. So you kind of have to like do upkeep. You got to upkeep these types of bikes. But other than that, other than the engine bolt, that's the only thing that gave me an issue. But yeah, and of course, like the throttle cable right here going to carburetor, it's still there. Yeah, that one's do good. Like I'm actually surprised that one's holding up, and it's holding up its power pretty good. So I'm not surprised about that one. But yeah, that's my 1,500 mile review. Well, technically 1,700 mile review on this. That's what it looks like from the side, from the back, from the front. And this is a look from the back, on back side view. And if you're wondering, the red shock did come with it, along with the gold forks. But so far so good. I have no complaints on this. And that's it for the video.